Hey everybody, welcome back. Stacker here. In today's Numismatic News and Information for Veterans Day 2023, that's right, it's 11/11/2023, I'm going to take you over to moneymetals.com so we can look to see where the spot prices ended the week and the availability and the premiums for the American Silver Eagle. Then we're going to bounce over to the United States Mint, look at the bullion sales, and then we're going to check to see if that two-coin reverse proof set is still available or if it is on Remind Me. And then there's an awesome heads-up article by coinnews.net, and then we're going to check the mintages for one particular coin, well, actually the quarter. And then, well, we're going to look at the realized prices for that particular quarter. And then we got the plus ones today. I got a really great one. But before all that, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs. That's right. That way we can start, well, selling the Son of a Silver Stacker merchandise. Imagine that. Can you dig it? I know I can. I'm ready. Now, over here to moneymetals.com. Looks like gold ended the week at $19.49, even Steven, silver at $22.44, platinum at $8.59.55, and palladium at $9.90.35. Isn't that something? And the premium for that American Silver Eagle has remained at $7.79 for a couple weeks now, and they're willing to purchase them from you for $24.49 each. Now, over here to the United States Mint's bullion sales, no new tale to tell whatsoever, even though we are, well, almost 2 weeks into November. It'll be interesting to see if they add any new numbers for Monday or Tuesday next week. Now, over here, too, yep, you know it. You guessed it. That's the Morgan & Peace Dollar 2023 two-coin reverse proof set, and it is unavailable. It's on Remind Me status right now, and it would be interesting to see how many of these sold come next Tuesday morning when they release the new numbers. So did they sell 250? Probably not. I think they're closer to probably 225, 236, somewhere in that range, but you never know. You never know. Now, over here to coinnews.net, there's a really awesome heads-up article by Mike Unser dated November 10, just yesterday. Title of this article is U.S. Mint produces 501.9 million coins in October. And now this is the big story. Well, it's really not, actually, even though they have it in the headlines. But the other one's a definite possibility of a firm maybe. Kennedy 50-cent mintages, now the highest since 1996. Isn't that something? Now, it says October saw the United States Mint's coin production pace decrease for the fifth month in a row. Moreover, not only did the total fall below 1 billion coins for just the second time this year and for the second consecutive month, but it also once again marked the lowest monthly production since December of 2019. You remember what was going on then? Yeah, absolutely. Last month, the U.S. Mint struck just over 501.9 million coins for circulation, including cents, nickels, dimes, quarters, and half dollars, registering an 8.1 decrease from September and 57.4% tumble from October 2022, that is. Now, the month also signifies the eighth one this year in which Kennedy halves were produced. Isn't that something? That is just like, what? Yeah, remember when these were NIFCs? Yeah, not intended for circulation. Well, what's the opposite of that, right? Because they are definitely intended for circulation now, and you can actually find boxes and rolls of them from the bank that people are selling on eBay. That's amazing. Now, with their numbers surging by 19.71 million in October alone, bringing the total to nearly 45 million Kennedy half dollars produced. That as a total this year. I'm just like geeked out about that. Now, the highest since 1996. Now, here's how the month ranks against others in the past year. So they did say that this month was the one that is the second one below a billion. Yeah, it's $500 million. I thought that was incredible. I'm like, what? Yeah. And really, I mean, is it that much of a surprise? Because if we go back in the chart over here at the very bottom, you'll see that November and December both are ramping down, but not by that much, right? What's going on over there? It'll be interesting to see November and December's, all right, because there's November and December. Those are usually the historically low ones, not September, because we go to September. Well, if we could have gone to September here, you'd see they were in the billions, I would imagine. Yeah, that's kind of a heads up, like, wait a minute. So if you like collecting circulating coins and circulating monies from the bank in rolls, you may find it a little bit more difficult here coming. Now, it says here, back to more pennies. That's right. The main mission of the United States Mint is to manufacture coins in response to public demand. The Mint produces, sells, and then delivers circulating coins to the Federal Reserve banks to support their services to commercial banks and other financial institutions. And I imagine that would be, credit unions and the like. And, yeah, banks at supermarkets, even though those are closing left and right. Now, it says here, even though it costs them at 2.72 cents to make and distribute each 1 cent coin, the Federal Reserve always orders more of them than any other denomination. And is it really 2.72 cents? That was back in 2022. What is it for 2023? I think that's the bigger question here. In October, That's right. The Mint struck 252.8 million Lincoln cents, accounting for 50% of all circulating quality coins produced for the month. In the months from May 2022 through September 2023, this percentage was frequently below 50%, often well below it. For example, in September, the percentage dropped to 33%. Historically, prior to May 2022, and now again in October, more than half of the coins produced in each month were Lincoln cents. Now, here we go, month over month. And this talks about production totals in October. Now we have 40% more Lincoln cents in October, 46% fewer Jefferson nickels. But look at that, almost a whole 100% drop off in fewer Roosevelt dimes. And then we have 1.32% in quarters. That's like, were they like, was it even on their mind? Now, it says here, 2023 Kennedy half-dollar mintages jumped to 44.81 million after October increase of 19.71 million. In addition to Lincoln cents, nickels, dimes, and quarters, I'm not going to do that again, you know what I'm talking about. The U.S. Mint also produces dollars and half-dollars in circulating quality. While the Federal Reserve no longer orders Native American $1 coins, the U.S. Mint continues to make them in circulating quality for numismatic products sold to coin collectors. This practice was also true for Kennedy all right, until recently, specifically starting in 2021. There it is. That's just incredible. And, every now and then the United States Mint, I think it was in 2018, they had Kennedy half-dollars in circulation, but not in a row, not in years in a row, right? Typically in January, the U.S. Mint produces both denominations in the expected amounts needed for the entire year. However, this remains the case only for Native American dollars, as Kennedy halves saw their mintages increase in multiple months in 2021, 2022, and here in 2023. In the past two fiscal years, 2021 and 2023, the Federal Reserve unexpectedly ordered millions of Kennedy half-dollars for circulation. They have also been produced for general circulation in 2023, with the total stock increasing significantly. We already talked about that, almost 20 million in October alone, about 6 million in September, and about 5 million in August, and 3 million in July, almost 2 million in May, and so on and so forth. That is incredible. So they just keep adding up. And will they make more for November and December? It could be, right? Year to date, the combined total halves is 44.81 million, the highest since 1996, when it reached 49.1 million, comprising 27.8 million Denver and 17 million from Philadelphia. And I think that is actually a heads up to what's going on, because if we look at the chart below, you'll see that Denver definitely outpaced Philadelphia in certain denominations. Okay, this is a significant increase compared to the 2022 production runs, which only totaled 4.9 million from Denver and 4.8 million from Philadelphia, resulting in a combined total of just 9.7 million coins. So if you got some of those 2022, maybe you're lucky, maybe not. Now, the mintages of the Native American dollars have remained unchanged since January, with splits of 1.12 million from the Denver Mint and 1.12 million, same, from the Philadelphia Mint. And honestly, I think some of those coins are going to be stuck into the uncirculated coin sets here in, I think it's December 5th. So that'll be interesting. Now, for a combined total of 2.24 million coins, in contrast, the 2022 dollar recorded equal splits of 980,000 from each facility for a total of 1.96 million coins. And now here we go. In terms of numismatic products containing the two denominations, on February 6th, the U.S. Mint started selling rolls, bags, and boxes of the Native American dollars, while on May 15th, the Bureau began offering rolls and bags of circulating Kennedy half-dollars. Now, this next table shows a summary of all circulating quality coins produced last month. All right. So you got the Kennedy half-dollar. Look at that, 3.7 from Philadelphia and 16. What? Yeah, 16 from Denver. But look at this. I mean, that I don't even think they used to die up. They struck 20,000 dimes at the Philadelphia Mint, and then bupkis, zero, zilch, nada over there in the Denver Mint. I thought that was something we had to share with you. Now, equal splits on those pretty much equal splits there at the Lincoln cent, equal splits on the Jefferson nickel, and equal splits on the quarter. But the Kennedy half-dollar and that Roosevelt dime, that stuff definitely something I think that's a red flag. Now, it says here regarding overall production totals for December, the Denver Mint struck 257.92 million coins, while the Philadelphia Mint struck 243.99 million coins, resulting in a combined production of, there you go, that's a grip load of coins, 501 million coins, almost 502. Now, this is where I think the big news comes up pretty soon here. Year-to-date totals, the Denver Mint has struck 5 billion coins, 5.2 billion, almost 5.3. The Philadelphia Mint has struck 5.3 billion coins, easy peasy, totaling 10.5 billion coins, which is 10% lower than the 11.8 billion coins manufactured during the same period of 2022. Now, if the current production pace were to continue through December 2023, the annual mintage for 2023 would top 12.7 billion coins. In comparison, the U.S. Mint produced over 13.6 billion for circulation in 2022. The next table lists coin production totals by denomination and U.S. Mint facility. So this is totally for the year to date, right? So really, are there any ones that stick out to you here at all? Not so much, except for that 50-cent piece, I think. And everything else is pretty much the same. Now, here we go. This is the big deal. I think everybody should be a heads up on. This is the 2023 Hoviti data quarter. Mintages have been released. And we don't know if this is going to be the final mintages for the year, but it would definitely be something to keep an eye on. In addition to the 2023 Native American dollar with its one-year-only design, the U.S. Mint released 5 coins for 2023. From their 4-year coin program. I love that. It's a 4-year coin program for the American Women quarters. These 5 quarters represent the 6th and 10th in the series, the 6th through the 10th in the series, and each features a unique design. All right, there we talk about all of them. Okay. Now, for the first time, mintages for the OVD Dark Quarter have been published with 110 million from Denver and a meager 61.2 million from Philadelphia for a combined total of 171.2 million quarters. Now, if these figures remain unchanged, the Dark Quarter would have the lowest mintages by either mint facility as well as combined in the series to date. Of note, when examining the coin production by denomination in the table above, there are, let's say here, 171.8 million more quarters produced through October than indicated in the production breakdown by coin design. The alignment of the two figures will occur when mintages for the final Maria Tall Chief quarter become available. So they're saying that the Maria Tall Chief could be at 171, and that would be almost equal to the 171.2 for the Hoviti Dark Quarter. And will the Maria Tall Chief have these numbers as well? Look at that, 61.2 million from Philadelphia. And, well, it's almost double that from Denver. I think that's huge. Of note, we already talked about that, and the table breaks down the year. So really, that is a glaring red flag to me. Like, hey, pay attention to this. And honestly, a lot of people are going to be like, what's the big deal, Stacker? Well, let's just look into it a little bit further. Now, these are the 50-state quarter mintage figures. And if you look at them, they're in almost 500 million. All right, some of them. Look at that. Bam, bam. And they don't really go below this too much until we get to, I think, 2009, okay? So here's the state quarter program. They got loads and loads of quarters there. Now, here we go, Washington quarter mint figures, and it starts in 1932, but we got to go all the way down to the list. Hope you're not getting dizzy, but there you go, District of Columbia. Now, this was in 2009, folks, PD and the SS, that's right, 83 million, 88 million, and so on and so forth. And then it drops off a cliff the closer we get, that's right, to 2010. And if you remember what happened in 2010, well, for the American Beautiful quarter programs, they had very limited mintages. So if you're into limited mintages, I would start at the 2009 quarters, and then work my way over to the first few years of the America the Beautiful quarter series. Because look at that. Now, that's the Hot Springs from Arkansas, 35 million, 34 million, 33, 34, and so on and so forth. So they're pretty low here for the first few years. Is it couple? Is it few? I don't know. There you go. 61 or 73 million, 69 million. So that's when they started bumping up at the Chickasaw. And then they dropped back down. Look at that El Yunque, the anvil out of Puerto Rico. That's pretty amazing. 25 million from each. 22 is Chaco culture. Super low mintages. Look at that. 21.6 Arcadia and Maine. And then they start ramping up production again for 2012. So look at that. The Acadia and Maine is probably going to be the lowest mintages you will find. Now, off to those plus ones today. Bam! This is about brains, not for zombies, but for us, right? So I got up here, prejudice and bigotry is blindness in the brain. You know, many complain about their looks, but who complains about his brains, right? Nobody. I wish I had better brains. You know, you just don't hear that. But you do hear people going, you know, I wish I had a better physique. I wish I could lose some weight, yada, yada. But don't forget, never forget the Lord first looks at our hearts, then at our brains. So maybe, just maybe, we don't want to have a blind brain, I would think. Now, with that said, let's go over to the 99.9 KOI Coin News Radio. This is Missing Everything But the Girl. This is a Todd Terry extended original mix. 10 Agosto 2012. That's right. And if you don't know, well, now you know. There it is. This is Son of a Silver Stacker. I'm out.